is tough, but to do it again? And you know, the first time Sato did just fly in, and flying on in though is Pain. And B-Dog says, where did that just come from? And Pain has gotten all the kills this round, and SRB aren't just gonna sit still. They're expanding outside of the site, being proactive against M80 and clashing into them before they could even really slap back. But wait, Caillou, Sato with 2. The sheriffs are different. And SRB had a 5 versus 3, but this round is slipping away, and it's just PCJ that has already adjustment, as M80 had lost their defensive pistol yesterday against Winthrop. That's how they ended the series, a very narrow 13-11. SRB, the stronger team, not losing a series yet. As Spaz has post-plant utility, you can see SRB maybe just playing out of sight, out of mind, just to protect the spike and not needing to take a fight. And Pancakes is just applying the pain, but Sato on the outlaw. And imagine when you can afford the op later, and the defuse just goes through in front of SRB. What?
Oh
How?
man, and now their buy is punished for it. M80 with 2 rounds down.
So insane that they stuck that still with 2 players left, and M80 with the first blood, and Sato got to keep the outlaw. And SRB are just creeping, slow walking through the smoke, and Pancakes gets a surprise.
Their Shopify buy was a little bit scuttled, so it's okay to try and play this out.
They show themselves. Now the Caillou fault line from the flank angle from M80. SRB trying to block off their sidelines, and Caillou's just going to spam through as SRB had a sense of security. Pancakes just trying to keep denying that vision. But now everyone starts to clash on the site, and SRB don't really have the space to plan. They have 24 seconds, but the spike has now been dropped. And Paint, the speed demon, he'll be put to rest. And so, and basically Narnia on the other side of the map, hoping to pull attention, but SRB just jumping into the party as B-Dog is in the smoke, and he'll strike again. The 3K solo dismantles the team before Paint, his mobility escapes the stray bullets for a 5 streak. Now M80 are at a complete standstill, not wanting to go for crazy flanks, forcing SRB to walk into them, and who doesn't check this corner? Kind of crazy. That means the neural step activates as SRB get their revenge. Sato looks to shut down this offense, still searching with the showstopper right there. M80 are on their flank shenanigans. SRB with a good read on it, but the rolling thunder spike is down, the firing range, and not even the overdrive can save you if you're SRB. But what can save you is some cope, and that was the save for SRB anyway. And at least at close range, they had a chance. But M80 have now built such an insane economy that this will just not be a factor for quite a while. And SRB couldn't even sneak up on them, and the last 2 are pretty split. No breach going forward. Now still a drone for Okeanos if they want to figure out what's up with SRB. Sato dodging the fault line, but can't dodge the bullets. No controllers for SRB.
Spike planted.
Just the aftershock.
We talked about how individually these players are really good, and that's when they can really start to shine as the Armageddon comes through.
Armageddon to clear that tower, and you've pushed M80 pretty much off the site. And Bao, a critical kill to activate the north. You get 1 more ping, and it's a 3K for Bao. He's ready to say bye-bye to more with B. And Spaz is in a 1v5. Shifting their sentinel hasn't affected his performance, not yet. Great lead for M80. And now they create an island on the site, and it's Bao yet with another first blood, but wrapping around through Arcade. And we'll get a plant. So M80 have to come all the way from A. It will be the Armageddon to delay things from Okeanos. That's fantastic. And this shifts things back for SRB. They regain the space with the rolling thunder and with a great sheriff shot from Pancakes. Doubling the numbers. And with the objective on their side, SRB has set themselves up to try and catch up in the score. And 1 caught, 2 caught. M80, positions exposed. SRB, focus down. And still 2 phantoms at a distance. SRB just playing for the post plant. Not wanting to test Caillou's strength.
The ciphers are showing up when you need them, but Sato starting it out.
Sometimes can be a little too aggro for map control. He's the solo lurker. Could try and go from behind, and Spaz and BCJ are going to be stopped, but the smokes, Okeanos has to find targets, and he finds his teammates, and everyone clashes with no vision and nowhere to go. This is chaos. Who is who? What the hell is going on? Spaz, last one left.
Was really what swapped things back into M80's favor. Oh, a very important miss, though, coming in from that. B-Dog ready for the follow-up.
The orbital strike from B-Dog couldn't even leave. With the arcade rotate from SRB, that Tejo drone, he's selling a fake, but after that ping, SRB are confident, and Pancakes could catch them on the rotate. Just gonna join Bao's side to go on the hunt for these last players. BCJ capitalizes on a beautiful fault line there from Monsi, and it's just Caillou left who's taken some damage. He has enough money, doesn't need to save the weapon. Bao is suspicious, but the same recipe could be available for Caillou. He activates the fault line. This is going to hit paint, and a struggle for Monsi to make up for this. He's going to wait for the backup of Spaz to step up, and SRB still have a chance to cut them off, but the spike still managed to slip by and get planted. So time is on M80's side, hoping for a second pistol win.
Yeah, this is not going to be looking good here. Just everybody coming from Dish, and so the reinforcements are already online. Expecting that fault line to come through. Yeah, exactly that.
Oh my god, the satchel in from Sato. The quick catch up and proactive with their protocols. And Monsi has a flash and won't even have time to join it with Pancakes. Just the timing is so superb from M80. SRB 2 rounds away from facing their first loss ever on this map and in a grand final scenario. And Okeanos can't rope his way to safety. Hey, the silver lining is he has the attention of 3 people. And M80, you just focus on the objective and bunkering down, but Sato is pushing up aggressively. And Monsi doesn't even need to fault line or do much to get this free kill. Sato really overcooked. We'll have showstopper for next. And now you've given an opening for SRB to get back on the site. And M80 are playing out of it. And they're kind of having issues getting vision of the spike, but it's ticking down. SRB got to get it to half, and they got the kills they need, and it's going to be close, but SRB should have it. It's a 1-4 split from M80 coming through arcade, satcheling in. The showstopper is stopped. What a kill from Pancakes, and Spaz is the follow-up. M80 staggering, hoping to salvage, and the damage has been done to SRB, and M80 will make the most out of the entry from Sato, and we're left with equal numbers. Okeanos, the smoke's about to dissipate. He has to react, and the flash timing is beautiful. And it's just up the paint. He gets the catch-up position revealed. Stun, that Caillou dodges, and Paint. So deadly, just needing to get close though. Is M80 gonna play inside of the smoke? Smokes protect this for the moment. SRB have better numbers and better guns, and from the flank, it's a good shutdown, a good trade for Bao. But a rifle he can't pick up when he's dead. So SRB converge now, and Pain gets caught. These sheriff lineups are something special, but somehow the salvos have fleshed out M80. And SRB still have to defuse, and it's just Okeanos left. And the salvo's just been used. You won't have anything else to zone with, and no time to pick up the rifle. But Okeanos is deadly, and the crossfire. Just not the immediate jump down. Paint hoping to get the cut off, but the read on this rolling thunder will suppress Paint for the moment. But wait for this overdrive. And he's got friends behind him. With Spaz even able to use the orbital strike if they wanted to be on prevention duty, and it's used immediately, and M80 had to scour. And they scatter into the corner as well, and M80 just wait to see who emerges from the door, and it's the firing squad for M80, and the pressure is there as SRB weren't able to delay much longer for the spike to go down, and Sato closes out any entry. Now his aggression, well balanced, well measured. 30 HP though. This is giving a chance for SRB to clean up these kills. And it all comes down to Pancakes in the 1v2 with still the spike to be defused. And a neural theft. One final ping, one on the site, one to his left. Isolates the one. Goes for the final. Caillou playing his life. Knows the approach. With an Armageddon, if M80 want the real estate in an easier way. And it's a smoke. They should expect Sato to cross this and SRB don't have an answer quite this time, as SRB wait for their moment to lurk. And it's Pancakes on the site. The Aftershock won't touch him, as M80 merge one by one. It's Bao that capitalizes the overdrive, brought out the Armageddon. Oh, and the orbital strike. It's a no man's land, and M80 have the numbers. It's up to BCJ to save the map in a 1v3. And a Stinger isn't going to be too good, but at close range. Didn't want to spray down the spike carrier. Doesn't want to reveal his position. But is still going to confirm this kill. And upgrade to the Phantom. Salvos will peak. Yeah, we'll see how the Yoru interacts. Waterfall position for Bao. Even putting some triple damage into BCJ, and now you got the Haunt in. The rest of M80 retake. Okeanos and B-Dog have time against them, but Okeanos has great shots. One spotted at Mound, has to wrap around through the corner. So many goals for Okeanos, and the only one that matters is the one to win. A slip up is Pancakes.
Yeah, you can see they're just kind of grouping up here. Finally, we see a little bit of those salvos go. Pain's going to be swinging around looking for some kills, but M80, they take all of that space outside of A, which means that all of this utility has to be used to try and clear it back out. And this is why that Viper wall is so good. Pressure. And so they force Shopify Rebellion to swing around into Caillou.
You're going to need that paranoia for the retake for M80 as they all rotate into C, and Okeanos is getting kind of ahead of the game. He wasn't able to make a splash. B-Dog paranoia. Motzi sprays close. B-Dog advances, confirms the kill, wraps around. Better omen, but Bao, they didn't want to trickle in after the paranoia from B-Dog. And here's the entry, here's the retake. Doesn't start off well with Sato down. Okeanos trades coming from Waterfall. SRB only own the corner. But can they still keep the sight? They just spotted the haircut. The bob from the Viper wrapping around. Spaz can get into the cage. Put into a cage. Can they break out? Can they keep the plant intact?
Executioners waiting for their timing, using their flashes appropriately to make sure that they find their timings.
Oh, Spaz, he's been trying to get Rebel position. And M80...
It's just a slow standstill right now, but this is the first time that we're seeing Shopify Rebellion contest A.
Just a timing. Pops out and gets a 4K. And the catch, the adaptation.
They know exactly what's going to happen here, and then they immediately swing over to C.
This is aggressive. Paranoia in position as Bao is in Waterfall. He's kind of setting himself up for success in the Prowler. To see nothing from the smoke. He got the Steel Garden, though. The playing field is equal thanks to Bao. As SRB just are gonna use the Armageddon, and Motzi picks up two. A possible.
You've seen this before. They move Sato around onto that C site. If the Viper's Pit is available onto A, it is that dimensional drift from Paint to scout things out, and will have to teleport back in.
Oh, just barely ran out of time. On the other side of the pillar, gets the read on the omen. Now has to find where that darn raise was. All the way around through Waterfall with that dimensional drifting. After an almost drifted round from M80 previously, Paint forward, sees the walk up from Bao and hesitates in the crouch. Spaz is the spike planet, so he has time. And Bao, what? How aggressive SRB are playing. They could try to extend, and Kai's trying to get vision early. Isn't going to wait for the team. We got the Prowler that even reveals one close. And M80 can't really capitalize the rolling thunder. And SRB walk past the smoke to make the most of it. And the smoke can't protect you now. As everyone's just spraying through the smoke, man. SRB take full control. But wait a minute, Okeanos, it's not fair if he's in the lobby. The Nightfall 2 and the 2 versus 2. Okeanos wanted to clutch. He sets up Sato.
Continue to sustain their lead as M80 are now forced onto a save.
Oh, this Guardian's gonna do. M80, wait, we're about to get into position with the Guardian. He may have managed to pick up, but there is a trip that he has to deal with. So M80 are so desynced right now. We're hoping for the 2-to-1 pinch against Spaz, whose job was to watch that flank. And he dispatches each of these problems. And SRB will create a solid lead from this encounter.
Yeah, just an excellent understanding. While the dimensional drift will give away a lot of information as to where these players are playing.
A good waterfall wraparound from SRB, but the Paint shells and the Steel Garden from the defense delays things. And Paint now has to try and backstab the defense that moved through Mound to deal with the SRB attacker spawn. It's a good reaction from M80, but now they're getting pinched. And there's the flood back in from SRB for the retake and the follow-through. No Kianos with the forward position. M80 are fragging out a bit better compared to yesterday on this map. Will the delay be enough? The aftershock pushes M80 back in. A good catch from Paint. And they'll keep their eyes set on this room as Paint just tries to do trickle damage, and he's brought down to 6. The rest of SRB try to cover their bases. M80 go around, but
I wonder too if they're just going to try and grab some weapons here, find a couple of kills, but Pancakes is definitely still lurking, and this one is all but over. Maybe I spoke too soon.
Wow, I thought Okeanos would want to leave at this moment. Winnable, I guess. Okeanos. There's just no time to do this, but hey, shaving down these credits from SRB is always nice to do. I don't think he'll get the Rolling Thunder through B. Okeanos has a counter Nightfall. He may just have to deactivate it before the team is ready, but who needs an ult? SRB. Oh, they just walk out towards the bait, towards the only target that they knew that was in tree. But wait a minute. Pancakes has been the GOAT before. A top fragger for SRB. Has the dance against Caillou, but there's a second burst technically entering the tango.
For the ace.
And it's Sato with the op. And the ace denied. A 13-10 Lotus against Winthrop on their attacking side. And it's Sato with a good start, and he's blinded. Spaz, lock in, bro.
Most annoyingly, Pancakes is here, but Pain has got himself a good position.
Caillou gets rid of the util. Smoke and isolation. The jump down. Oh my god. Caillou is gross on that one. Now tree pressure. Spaz gets the attention of 2 from M80. The 1v2, and Spaz could have used Monty's help, and the fault line just came too late. Under pressure when nerves setting in. SRB have 1v2 with no time to defuse.
And Okeanos really feeling himself. Gonna have that Vandal coming into this next one, as once again, it's aggression from Shopify.
Hold the high-low, and the paranoia from SRB to collapse on the spawn and actually being successful. No, Sato. He works with his team to scale up the map. Okay, the random kill there. Crossfire from SRB. Monty with flashes. No time.
Already Caillou going in deep, but will go up against a little bit of a Spaz who's a little bit more danger.
Push past sight for M80. And a satchel. Sato thinking about it. The aftershock makes him hesitate. Taylor drone to assess the site, and the double push past the waterfall. Spaz suppresses them both. And now M80 are really stuck on the site with Thorns coming out too from Bao. And M80 left with a 2 versus 2. But not the best weaponry to face the rifles. SRB on the high ground. Bao lock.
Any room to get themselves set up for the fights that they want to take.
Delay the plant. Here comes PCJ, but doesn't really land on the planter, but rather forces the support back as M80 set their sights forward. Motzi.
A brutal best of 5 series. They only get better. A little bit of who's who on the other side of this door, and
there's so many smokes too that M80 is this. They're trying to sell a fake right now. They have 3 pushing through A. And with the Viper wall too, they're hiding their tracks. And M80 are putting a decent dent. Okeanos has 21 kills plus at this moment in time. Has a 1v3 on his tail. And he's trying to cut them off. And what's good about M80 and their progression in the late game is how they stack their economy with the flawless rounds, which they did get away with previously. B-Dog, paranoia, shifting forward, and all the... M80 haven't had much map control progress. They are going to start checking out C. Where is this Cypher util? And the paint shells to get after Waterfall. The blind, the showstopper. Okay. Sato from behind. 6 feet under is where SRB finds themselves.
Of course, we've talked about Sato's operator play, but one thing that I've been extremely...
Okay, the pit. You're using a rolling thunder, but you're going in blind. And you put the Armageddon on top of it. PCJ dies, but it still goes through. And M80 have Caillou still kicking. And this is what protects the spike. This is what protects Only Caillou as the rest of M80 play around the perimeter. SRB infiltrate, hope to evict. The Viper's removed. The spike is exposed. And M80 are playing out of sight and away from this util. The paranoia from SRB as the rest progress forward. The defuse will get halfway, and I don't think M80 or Bao can do much about this. M80 have no util right now besides Satchels, and Sato knows he has to go for a play. Got SRB's attention. Caillou he's towards spawn. Monty gets a fault line set up. Bao and Caillou hold the site down. You're waiting for the flank, but it's Pancakes that thrives. Halfway defuse, being stuck. Caillou has to peek down low and can't do much.
Excellent tools to really deter any of these retakes that Shopify have been doing.
M80 just have to go through their normal game. M80 just overcooked last round. Just gotta go back to page 1. And the Bao Steel Garden in case SRB were lurking around the waterfall. SRB flashes. They do get the catch on B-Dog. The Nightfall pushback from Okeanos. SRB, a 3-man push through waterfall. They flood on in and they get great isolations off the smokes placed there by Spaz. They follow through, 1 left or 2 left on the site. Okeanos and Bao cover their angles. Okeanos, how does he keep pulling off these heroic plays? 1v1 though, 9 HP, paint.
Yeah, I was just about to say, amazing retake coming in from Shopify there. Quite a bit of this map control.
Maybe also reveals that Bao's wall was in place at A lobby, so SRB could think about a flank here.
Playing nice and slow. Sato going to be the initiation inside, gets rid of at least one of the trips here. Hopefully not just go down in the middle of this tripwires.
Oh my god, Pancakes gets pressured and he overcomes. He still goes 1 for 1. Salvo's delayed that. It gets Caillou and Salvo's to drown out the corner, but the synergy from M80's good. The punish from Spaz. He knows one more's around the corner. Keep this spike alive. Spots the cross from Spaz. And he's going to try and get this defuse halfway. And Caillou gets... But SRB still have a fault line. Caillou, Molly knows how close they are to just buy time. That's all they need. And the Nightfall doesn't hit Sato. And he gets the surprise on Monsi. No fault line. No Rolling Thunder. No retake for SRB. Is that M80? Okay. Need to lock in here. Just the 2 kills left. And try to carry as many rifles through. And a post plant. It's going to be sturdy from M80. Knowing this pit could be so difficult. They could try to keep the Rolling Thunder for that. It is the Rolling Thunder to prevent an SRB. Get sightlines. They get vision. He'll get a plant just in time. Paranoia from Spaz coming. X-ray vision. Okeanos. Oh my god. Almost checked the wrong angle. Wait, he has his knife out. He brings his gun out, but at the wrong time. Advantage back to SRB. The retake there. Bao. He's so clean. And he will not bow down yet. M80 just have to protect the spike. And Monty gets on it. With Spaz, his backup. Have to cross through, and where that vice wall is, that will trap a player in the corner into Thorns. Could be a free kill for Bao. He's on the high ground. The vice wall is tripped. Kill onto BCJ. Monty hopes to follow through. The fault line will catch Caillou, but he's in a safe position. Or I should say, Bao is in a safe position with Caillou supporting through waterfall, but SRB have smokes in position, but the backside is open! And that's a gap that SRB cannot afford as paint falls. They've been able to turn around a 3v5 before and a triple flash! But SRB, look at the stack, look at the trap. Monsi, flash and fault line. There is the fault line! Sato can satchel away. Okeanos gets his revenge. He wraps around a different angle, gets the attention of Monsi as the plant pivots to B. And Caillou away. It's just the aftershock that Monsi has to save this for M80 or SRB. Will extend this over time. Everyone's looking away. The patience, the 1, the 2! No. Get some salvos out from BCJ, which is always nice. Important agent for the retake for M80. Now to try and be preventative. And Asato with the spray down. Covers the floor with bodies. And the numbers start to dwindle and even. Oh, he's got to get these 1v1s. Monty goes back to the corner. Rolling Thunder. B-Dog, can he get the safety? He's gone out. He clutches almost.
My goodness, just quite yet. So something's going on here.
The flash. Wait. They've got plans to push through tree, the Prowler to clear it, and SRB are close too. And they're just gonna pivot and swing into Caillou, who holds his own, but the Paranoia will give the edge, the advantage to Spaz. Pancakes makes up for the numbers. Spaz!
What?
That looks for the first blood, but Tejo drone was kind of creeping him out. M80 are all stacked on the A side, and, well, Sato just gets caught racing right into the loving arms of SRB that were stacked. M80, what? M80 don't know. Pepe laugh. Well, with the owl drone, maybe. No. M80 are still walking into it, and what a flick. What a snipe. His Okeano's catching hands too, and he's got cages, he's got help. And M80 try to scatter away from the outlaw, and it's the Guardian that emerges too. But wait, Caillou and B-Dog got trades. But SRB have the numbers, and it's Bao with the 1v, maybe flash up with Monty, but SRB playing really safe. And I could say the same about waiting at the window for SRB. There are some trips, and in the cages, this is gonna be tricky for Sato, and Paint will catch him as M80 flood in, try to find each other, try to find the site, and they've taken it over.
And it's immediate flood in coming through from Shopify Rebellion, not yielding just quite yet.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, Caillou.
As long as the rest of M80 set themselves up to be responsible to make sure that that Neon can get some kills.
I don't know about responsible. Pain is up to trouble.
At least find somebody. Pancakes, though, is going to be the one to slow this down.
Fault line doesn't hit, and a flash does, but Oki trades. And he's not done yet. He's on a rampage. Guts a third, and it's just Spaz. Different angle this time, not going through sewers. Wanting to take full advantage of the Bucky. As M80 don't even bother. They use the Paranoia, the teleport. Aftershock to get all the way into C. But they haven't smoked off the top of sight, so... Okay, the cages do come up for Bao. And went away from the neural theft, and... They do get a kill trip somehow on Monty. Or maybe just a spray through the smoke, I guess. And they've... SRB left garage open, which was an unnecessary drop. But they can only do so much with the weapons they have, but they didn't manage to take care of, or take a Vandal from that M80 aggressor. And now...
In a row before they decide to go in through. And a lot being used right off the rip.
Yeah, holy cow. The M80 Rolling Thunder for garage. The defensive Armageddon for into B for SRB. What the hell? And M80 that are just stuck between a rock and a hard place. They're going to find themselves in the bad place. But they drop the spike. And the double swing is so beautiful from SRB. Slowly scaling up the map. Sometimes they overcook. But as a team, Sato just runs into the gunfire.
Oh,
but
no.
Spaz gets two before going down. And that's dwindling M80's chances. Of starting off post-pause on a good foot. Neural theft from Bao, knowing where this retake is coming from, and it's from garage, and it's Paint that carves through the... And neural theft for overdrive. Decent trade, the early peek from Paint, the stun from Sato, he goes for the third. M80 getting info, sent the spike to C. The trips haven't been triggered, they're set up for flank, but Sato has been so versatile in the past. Speed Demon forward. Sato, the overdrive, slips past Paint. Even with the stun, Paint wins that. That's why he's the GOAT. But a 3 push from M80 starts to take over sewers as Oki takes the help. Can't even drone out. The pace that SRB would have played at is overwhelming. No util on the post plant, so Pancakes has a real chance. He's on the flank. And the neural theft will be invested in Bao and B-Dog. They've been the ultimate duo. Both pings. And he's got to address this one by one. Catches B-Dog reload. Will be stopped. And SRB just jump peek that box. As either Monty or it's BCJ. As M80 retake for the perfect moment. How does that miss from Paint? He still has the op. And he gets the last laugh. M80 with real estate. Paranoia though hits.
M80 are very comfortable playing off of. The last couple of times we saw them, they spread themselves out just thinly enough to be able to find 1 or 2 kills, and then it's full send onto the site. Sato getting very aggressive on Spaz.
The real struggle, I feel like we haven't seen as many plants as we're used to with M80. Neural theft, there goes the frisbee, and Monty's at the back, forced to use the Rolling Thunder to just maybe keep himself safe and buy time. As BCJ at his side on the off angle, as M80 got pings. They salvo out that Tejo. M80 advanced towards B with the Paranoia that maybe clipped Muncie. and the Huntress Fury from behind from Okeanos to support the site. Still need to get a safe plant, and SRB re-engage with the Paranoia, and Spaz will get his one. And SRB are wrapping two through B main, possibly.
One enemy remaining.
Hey, it's winnable. Spaz has his own smoke there. Oh, when he catches, B-Dog hesitates. It's the execute. It's the 1v1. He's needing to bite. And SRB are back in the driver's seat.
And it was just so labor. And Pancakes on the other side.
Important job for Pancakes. He does get hit by the Rolling Thunder and absolutely clapped. And Spaz was hit by that too and jumps and still gets a kill. But I don't know if that really matters. I think M80 are pretty stoked that they don't have to worry about that Armageddon that was used at the 40-second mark. M80 have taken away a lot of tools, and it's just Paint. He's lurking on the site, locks into Bow, slips past them. He's gonna call for BCJ to drone out, see how close they are. He's gonna realize they're not there. The action is all in Garage, and SRB converge. And there's also Paranoia coming through the top site. M80 are attacking at all angles, but it's SRB with the better shot. Top site is still a threat. 3 versus 3. SRB pushed to the perimeter of the site, and it's so back and forth. And Caillou is clutching up, and it's just Bow versus BCJ. M80 work at control towards the right side, and that's first blood for Monsi. The rifles too at range. That's what SRB depended on. And when it rains, it pours, and with the smokes in place, just gonna wait to see what SRB do.
Oh, Sato. Yeah, in such an excellent position there. Punishes Monsi. Thankfully not the spike, but that is some of the pressure alleviated. They're going in through the garage now.
Good spot. Teo all the way at the back site too, and we'll ping out the breach. SRB getting aggressive. Gonna take away some of these rifles. And the bonus just waits to see. He knows that they're close. Taps the spike, gets the attention. To stop this, and our SRB gonna check that. The smoke's in place. Bow just gets concussed, and he manages to catch Paint nonetheless and get the double kill. What an impact player. But SRB found the trades to equalize the numbers and have gone past the site. They will not be passive. Sato on the flank. Caillou right there with the flash too, and an aftershock and a box to use it with as SRB want to cut him off before the setup. Man, these neons have been stifled, but Caillou. Yeah, and when B-Dog wants to use his Paranoia, he's been lurking in the shadows, waits for Sato to be ready, and the pistols emerge, and Spaz closes the door, but the Sheriffs ring true, and M80 have the advantage. Playing from main, though, is SRB watching over their spike. No, just Bow with the utility. Wanted to cage up somehow, and Pancakes denies the tap on the spike. Bow's on the flank, and SRB have to keep him in check, and Motzi watches the front. SRB coordinates so well under.
Nice and pretty. Now 3 rounds away from getting their second map. It's an early fault line here as Paint is just kind of sending it.
Oh, the neon concuss hits M80, but they trade well. But losing your breach, losing Caillou had Rolling Thunder. Speaking of that, comes from the offense. Monsi bulldozes through M80. B-Dog had nowhere to run. Okeanos has no support.
Round can completely turn on its head. And we've seen, honestly,
Thunder at the ready for Caillou. Ready for contact. Rolling Thunder, but Sato was only good for 1. And M80 converge on all sides.
As soon as Sato makes contact, the Rolling Thunder rips and...
SRB have to go through the obstacle course, but the trips won't stand in Paint's path. And hello there, Omen. But Bow just gets 2. How does he creep up into the site? No util, just vibes. And SRB get caught with their pants down.
It's an excellent esports slogan, by the way.
Already 1 exposed. The Omen there as well. And the recon doesn't catch him. Pancakes with the pop out. The timing is good. The defuse gets halfway. Pancakes could clutch this 1v3. And Sato just...
in onto A. It feels like Caillou is aware of something going on. B-Dog taking point.
It's all up to him. The fault line timing is good. Pancakes unaffected. But the rest of SRB open their eyes to the danger in front of them. Well, look how quick M80 are to support Okeanos. He's got a shock bolt. He buys some time. The neon walls allow SRB to get close with the shotties. And it's a bloodbath that M80 go. They haven't set up to look at the back door. Bow Just cleared the corner. Oh, and just... M80 turn around the last loss. SRB got the last laugh in overtime. And it's SRB with the full setup. And an Omen teleport from B-Dog, who's gonna stick it somehow. And he's in the corner. And he gets a stun from his teammate. And really disrupts the game plan for SRB. Delays the plant, but won't stop it. Sato thinks he has timing. Rounds the corner. Catches Pain. 1v1. And Monty!
And is just going to be ready to jump on this B site at a moment's notice.
And M80 already were aggressive. Just the double walk down on A. But we'll see how they can stand tall. Hold down. They could be subject to B-Dog, who has a flash, and Bao has created a threat, and Pancakes extends past. Pain has 3. A little bit aggressive outside of the site, and it's B-Dog. One versus
effective. And so I'm imagining a good amount of good quality combo utility is going to be coming through from both of these sides.
Quite lethal already. Paint has been... Okay, I guess we get a replay of this. You win and lose it. SRB, the creep slowly past the smoke to get to the orb. Teho drone and reveal someone close. SSRB off the grab net. Pancakes can't confirm the kill.
Understanding of how to use that utility as now the flood through comes in onto the safe site.
Numbers equal. Better weapons on the defense. They know Showers is coming. The Molly not there in time before Paint and from M80 on A. Except this fight from Okeanos with salvos and no. Because, well, there's a 3-man walk-up from M80 through Showers. And it may be up to B-Dog to delay things. And he does a decent job. While the rest of SRB start to scale, even wait out the smoke. Okeanos loses to the Vandal. As it should be. Meanwhile, the real hit is at A. And the smokes are what's delayed. SRB, Paint. Oh, the showstopper doesn't connect. It was a little too short. And Bao can thank the green boxes for it. The salvo's too suppressed. And man, Bao's gonna need some help. SRB have no breach util left. Sonic sensors to place in the post plant, but I don't think M80 are... Yeah, M80 have stacked the B site way more in a more conservative approach to their deadlock, having the sonic sensors on the grab net in. M80 lets it capitalize on the setup from Caillou, and they just walk into the trap.
Could still work out well for Shopify Rebellion.
And this annihilation, looking for a target. It's all smoked off. You're just gonna have to go in blind. And it captured a target. And B-Dog is just going for a fault line and will flank from the off angle. And SRB will confirm the kill with the annihilation.
If Shopify are able to just walk away with all of these rounds for free, then it's going to be a lot easier for them to be able to clear out this series. Sato gets spotted out here and fragged up.
Oh, Paint! This could hurt SRB in the end. You prevent the shots from going in, but you don't hear what's on the other side. Paint will go in deaf and blind as the Armageddon from Okeanos makes the space. Paint finds the timing to go 1 for 1 and the barrier to stop the entry. So if M80 push past that cosmic divide, he won't be able to go any further as B-Dog Aftershock forces movement. Pancakes is lighting things up for SRB. The absolute GOAT and even the annihilation conversion in the previous round. This has really propelled to a more successful SRB B offense. The double Bs. And Caillou. Well, no longer Caillou. Rolling Thunder now hits, and who's gonna follow up with that? You just run into the crossbar of someone sitting in a corner.
An excellent protocol to counter.
Sato can just hold it down in U-Haul. So you're pretty much guaranteed a kill with the Bucky. Could even take the rifle, but that's actually an outlaw. Maybe not what you want to go back to the Bucky. Hearing this op this close, quick reaction from SRB to run after that.
And this is what M80 need to win this round.
Sato fall line plays as safe as he can, and the annihilation. I don't think grabbed anyone, but SRB doesn't matter. They're claiming bodies, claiming lives. 10 seconds left though to plant, and it's Monty. Has no support in this scenario. Oh, and he just got spotted. Saw what the Bucky just did in U-Haul. But SRB can just try to overwhelm that with util. That's the grab net. It's good information, even if you can't capitalize. The salvos and the paint shells, and Caillou still gets away with a kill. SRB They're missing their
Oh, no
duelists, but they're
way.
not. Did just regenerate there from Okeanos. It's the annihilation yet again. How many of these has Pancakes got? He's so rich. Needs a target. Maybe just throw it down into heaven. And it does claim one. It will be traded and it's spam down. BCJ will confirm now on the B-Dog. 3 versus 2 on the post plant for SRB. Running out of time. Sato and Okeanos ditch the op. They start to progress and take space, taking down Okeanos. Needs to buy time, and there's no defuse that's safe enough for Sato.
For M80 to worm their way in at all. So just excellent job from Shopify. Rebellion is already
What of strategy from SRB, from forcing M80 to full stack to B, to now SRB kicking down showers. Wait a minute, I said the shotguns go crazy on this map. I was so serious. Equalization almost giving them a chance. M80 on the save, on the eco, but it's SRB that will still.
It's going to be full rifles coming in. We're seeing Bao not have everything, but it's aggressive from M80 as the Armageddon gets let rip.
Oh, just really investing everything into this for M80. Even
The fact that it went the other way, it forced all the players to leave, and so Sato finds no value, but that's okay. Dry operator peak will do just fine.
yeah. Sato in heaven now drops down, gets. What is he doing? 4? If M80 wins this, it's because Sato wills it. Incredible with the ace potential.
They need to secure this one if they want to start to climb their way back into this match.
And SRB have won the last 3 pistols, and then Sato, the timing of running into those salvos. Oh, that's so pain for M80, and it's not getting any easier. It's time to play the head games, but not enough friends. Put the pieces down. Information for SRB. So Okeanos has the salvos to push them back. He lines up the shot and strikes down 2 to flip these rounds on their head. Spaz now a 1v2. What looked winnable when SRB were 5 versus 3. SRB less util for them to face. As the paint shells, the grab net, SRB come out of their angles. BCJ with the salvos that get Caillou. The flood back in from SRB, but Sato is different. The duelist that can duel. But it's not over yet, but the spike is ticking down, so it kind of is over. But getting your weapons, getting out. Just watch. I'm having so much cope right now, but I don't know. The salvos are peppering down M80. Very painful, but knowing that SRB could be anywhere and everywhere all at once. How did Bao know? How? M80, the wrinkles to their brain are insane, but the salvo timing, the concuss says M80 walk in. They're tossed up.
We do see a lot of utility come through. Looking at Monsi, BCJ will have the salvos back online. So there are tools to work off of.
Now Molly was used already, so not available for the post plant. A lot still
no surprise.
Available for SRB. The spike getting touched. BCJ with the backup, surging for not where that wanted to be. There we go. It's a hookah exchange off contact. Caillou with the slip away. Puts BCJ to bed. Annihilation earned, and the ping captures the target. No response from SRB, but a flank from Paint will at least get revenge for his teammate before Bao steps up. At least SRB can stay put. Crossfire between Paint and Spaz. Jump peek. Oh, but the suppression did hit that player in U-Haul. Armageddon at the backside. M80 funnel right into the barrel of Paint. And SRB. Spike down 2. Not an easy feat. Starts with 1. Gets the attention. Oh, spotted the coat on Heaven. Thinks he has a second to check another angle. A top 3 team. It's not over yet. Sato satchels in after spotting BCJ's jump peek. The salvos almost caught Sato again. That's not the first time that SRB have done that. And M80 can't really get the space. Sato needs to be quick and accurate with the showstopper, but really M80 just flood on in and are not going to take the risk. And then Bao could have the orbital strike very soon, but it's the Armageddon from BCJ, the showstopper from the attack. 10 seconds left and the plant hasn't happened yet. SRB are on top of them like butter on toast. And they bought M80 by themselves some time. It's Spaz that could do it with the 4K to defuse. Rolling Thunder though is on the other side of the map. Still get into position to help. Tejo will be in the mid-map. Okeanos has to not deny that. The annihilation. But now he's with the rest of the team as they hold down for potentially a final time on the round. Now the flank discovered. Monty there. Rolling Thunder 2 versus 3. This is possible for Shopify Rebellion Black. He may not even need the ult. And the Rolling Thunder teammate gets out of the way. And M80 should too. Not with Sato still on the field. And it's Spaz that will...
Excellent job at pulling those tools out of Shopify Rebellion's pockets. Yeah, it's just a save going through, but they are running it.
How much do they want to invest? How much do they want to play the long game? The Sato, or sorry, that's supposed to be Sato's up, but it's B-Dog that holds it.
B-Dog
gonna get fault
doing an
line.
excellent job at sniping as well.
Yeah, he's A-Dog. Running into John Wick out here, counter fault lines. The op doesn't get a second. SRB, gotta be careful how they approach. You never know when that op's gonna peek you, and at this point, you just go down with the spike, and Spaz is gonna teleport to keep the Vandal. And this game's going the distance from Pancake. So if this Rolling Thunder comes out, yeah, they gotta deal with that first. Now the plan has to be executed. The fault line kind of delays things, and there is Sato immediately on the execute. And it's equal numbers, but not equal health. Does SRB have their backs against the wall, but it's a teleport play. It's a fake, left. And all rides on Spaz. And if he can halt this, Bao still sells the fake from M80. And it still hits at the end of the day. B-Dog is on one. Okeanos on the flank. Monty is about to get pinched. And okay, the flashy plays with the shotgun ain't gonna be it. Salvo on the post plant is still important. Monty 6 HP, but he still has an incredible shot. Defuse, not even.
Onto the members of Shopify Rebellion. Already an early fault line as Pink goes exploring.
SRB win this off of Thrifty. I'll go bald. He's not careful, but the M80 train is coming. And BCJ can't land the one shot he needed.
Plenty of time to run back around. Monty in a fun angle here, but doesn't really have good weaponry to deal with this. A lot of damage to on to Bao.
He wants to get as close as possible. And Okeanos, the eagle eye. M80 one step at a time. And SRB just need one round. M80 still have another map to go.
Have talked about and discussed. Because right now, M80 feel like they're just on a steamroll.
Oh, just M80 keep walking into these salvo. Got sights on showers. The drone goes in, won't suppress, won't get much info. Fault line pressures paint, and with the op, it has to ring true. Showstopper play to put on a show for M80, and up close and personal with Spaz. Sato lives on. 5 turnaround. Now the smokes are diminished, and it's a U-Haul op from B-Dog, and B-Dog and friends from M80 converging together, and it's an exchange as it's Monty and Pancakes doing the Lord's work. And it's up to Bao, who will not bow down at this moment with the Molly by time on the spike. And it's over. Shopify Rebellion Black, your challengers champions.
Fantastic stuff coming out from Shopify Rebellion. It was looking like maybe that fake comeback was in the cards.